Hi guys, I am Popular and you're welcome to Learn TV. Today I'll be giving you guys tips on how to avoid being kidnapped in Nigeria. Yes, basically, but I'm not the only one here today. Alright, I have the man I call Mr. Benga. I call him the boss itself. Mr. Benga, how are you feeling today? Kidnapping.
I'm good and I'm trying to avoid being kidnapped.
Yeah, definitely, you need to really avoid that, and I'll be giving you guys the tips of that. Okay guys, like I said the other time, I'll be giving you guys the tips on how to avoid being kidnapped in Nigeria. Number one is make online safety a priority, which is very important. Two, fact checking of everywhere you go is important too as well. And three, avoid isolated places. Four, traveling at night. Do well to share your location to anybody, your neighbors or your friends, anywhere you are going as a person. And also avoid sharing sensitive information of where you go, probably in the public. You have to avoid that. People are very sensitive. So, and also keep a low profile. Keep a low profile. All these things will be dissected today. All these things will be talked about today on this show. Watch out for more of this.
Yes, they always call about for job. The guy name is Milo. So please forgive
but this one, now your guy, you don't see what that you must talk. So you came and met him. So you want to open your children account and to monitor them.
So please forgive.
So you want to tell us saying only 2 people you don't join and go kidnap?
Yes, sir.
You're a liar.
Sir, forgive me.
Now this thing, now don't carry me. This face I dey see. I mean they lie down for chair like this. I don't see. Don't come out here. I see your face. They lie down koro. I go court. You now you be the first person where I go point hand for court. You dey lie down koro for chair. When they carry me, they butcher me to die.
God. Sir, I don't do anything concerning your matter. I don't do
Lie to lie. I dey see your face.
I don't do anything concerning your matter, sir. Please, forgive me. I beg, sir. Sir, forgive me. My wife just bought the boy at 6 months.
Look at.
Break a leg. You would have forgiven him.
Kidnapping has been a big major issue in Nigeria and we really need to tackle it. Today, like I said, I've given you guys the tips on how to prevent it. But now we'll be dissecting it, we'll be breaking it down one by one. The 6 ones I just listed out for you guys. So the number one is make online safety a priority. We see what just happened that's trending since yesterday, talking about John Leon, the kidnapper. But now, making online safety a priority is one of the topics we'll be discussing about. Mr. Benga, make online safety a priority. What is your view concerning this? Talking about kidnapping as a whole.
Okay, making online safety a priority, I would want to say activating your privacy online, which is very important. It's a good thing that we have mobile apps these days, technology and all that. I remember when the boom of the internet then and smartphones, when BlackBerry was the device in vogue. BlackBerry was so secured that they use BB pin as the messenger.
Yeah.
So you have to have my BB pin before you can talk to me. These days, we have Facebook, we have WhatsApp, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have TikTok. A lot of people put their information on these services, and it's easy for anyone with an ulterior motive to actually track them. I've seen a lot of people on WhatsApp. They are at an event, and this. I think Snapchat started it, where you can actually make a video and your location will actually be there. A lot of people have got kidnapped, killed because of this. So people should avoid doing these things, because your WhatsApp, you might think only your friends. If you don't properly check your WhatsApp privacy setting, someone that you don't want to see your activity might actually be looking at you. And these are things that you have to avoid at all.
I felt like overexposure, because I feel like everybody is exposed to social media already, and I feel like it's a little bit difficult for people should actually stay away from online stuff.
It's not difficult. It's not difficult. People are not just paying attention to their privacy. There's nothing difficult.
So
I know people.
So you feel like Facebook should be on a business
note
note for
you
you.
search their name online. You won't find them. I know them. You have to take your privacy serious. Forget Facebook. Take it very serious. Your private activities. There are people that they breed everything, their lifestyle, everything is on the internet.
You have to be very, very careful
with them by just getting their information.
You're very right,
so are you trying to say these people that you can't find on the internet, are they not using the internet? They are using the key. Their privacy is at top priority. So people sometimes they lose themselves, and because they see other people posting their pictures and all that, and they get taken away. We are all different. There are people that have nothing to lose. And there are people that are not attractive to kidnappers. So you that you are attractive to kidnappers,
so they won't kidnap you.
Your privacy should be important.
It's really, really important, because you see some set of people, if they want to eat, they have to showcase it on social media. The money they're going to spend in the shopping mall, they have to be on the social media. I'm going to the bedroom, it has to be on the social media. So you have to be very, very careful, like what Mr. Kinga said.
We understand that
very
people like to copy their favorite
celebrities. And they're more secured.
Those guys are secured now. They have,
that means you have to be very, very careful.
Private security with them.
But we're still going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. So another major thing you need, like fact checking of everywhere you go. You need to do that. Fact checking of everywhere you go if you're going to avoid being kidnapped. Fact checking of everywhere you go. Mr. Gbenga, your view on this?
Fact checking. No, that is serious. But at the same time, fact checking is also important too. Like I think, was it last year or 2 years?
2 years ago,
when this lady was killed in Calabar.
Yeah, it's a very serious issue.
Yes, though the response was prompt because she told her friend about the job interview. But unfortunately for her, the culprit had killed her before help came. So fact checking can also go with, maybe you're going to somewhere you don't know. Probably you can have someone to accompany you there. I think.
And I want to talk about fact checking people. You have to verify where you're going.
Yes.
You can't just assume. When we talk about fact checking, you have to know the route of where you're going. Fact checking is very important because we're talking about your life here. You understand? So if you are going for any interview or any place, you have to go to the profile. Take your time. I felt like what happened to that girl was just too of her excitement.
Yes.
She was very happy. She felt like it's an opportunity for her, to get that job, and she didn't take her time. As a young guy that you're looking for that job, take your time. Take your system or your phone. Go to the internet. Google the place. Check the address. Ask questions. Tell your friends. You understand?
And I've seen a lot of people on that land when they get interviews to places. They ask questions.
Yes.
And those people that fall victim for those kind of things before, we simply tell them, please don't go.
Definitely. And also to avoid being kidnapped in Nigeria, another thing you have to take note is you have to avoid isolated places. It's very, very important. Mr. Gbenga, isolated places. We see a lot of things that have been happening. One major issue is even the bank, because before everybody's always queuing at the ATM to read another, but now we have some ATMs nearby the vicinity and all that, and before we know, boom, they kidnap the person. Your view on this?
There are certain things that, beyond human comprehension, they are not avoidable. We can't say don't go and withdraw money when you need it, and the place is actually quiet. We can also advise that maybe you do your best to move in pairs. Because all these people perpetrating this evil, when they see people moving in pairs, they tend not to
execute that.
Or else if you are actually a target, that's probably you've displayed yourself online, or someone close to you has sold you out. Then you can they can even leave the other person and kidnap
Definitely.
yourself.
Definitely.
You get it? So, avoiding isolated places now has to do with the security in the society.
In the society. That's true. That's very true because
security in the society. Because gone are the days when I remember those days. We used to walk through bush paths and we don't even fear being kidnapped. You know, but this time around, you can even in a crowded place, you have to be looking at your back to ensure that the person following you is not holding a tisa or maybe holding a needle to inject you and take you somewhere. So it's a very sad thing that we've actually found ourselves in this kind of mess. Right
So
now.
it's very important for you to stay, away from isolated places. Like I said, you have to be very, 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 very careful. And another thing we'll be discussing about is traveling at night, which is very important. When you travel at night, do well to share your location of where you're going, so that you can be tracked down before anything else would happen to you. At least, even if you go, at least justice will prevail. But we don't pay for that, definitely. But you have to be very, very careful. Traveling at night is not really, really, really good. Mr. Binga, traveling at night for people.
Sometimes night travel, you can't avoid it. But if you can, do your best to avoid it. Because most of these kidnappings, most of them happen at night.
At night.
And there have been situations where people report that even some corrupt security officers, they collude with kidnappers to actually kidnap people, even rob people of their valuables. So sometimes when you travel during the broad daylight, is best because if you want to hide, if you want to run, you can see the direction towards where you're running. You can make decisions faster in the daylight. So with the security position in Nigeria
There is
right now,
not really that.
it's not avoidable to travel at night.
Traveling at night.
If it's possible, we advise people to avoid it, traveling at night.
So
at all costs.
At all costs, it's very important. You have to definitely, avoid traveling at night. And one other thing we'll be talking about today, like a listed here, is keep a low profile, which is very, very important. You are not Davido. Don't go and put yourself in problem, Mr. Gboga. You see people that are not well secured, but they want to Davido themselves.
I think this is the part I love keeping a low profile. It's very important.
It's very important.
You have to keep a low profile.
Yeah.
You are in Lagos or you are in the city, you made some money, and you want to go to your village to show the people that you've arrived. Please, this is not the right time to do it.
Not the right time.
Because you don't even know who is jealous or who is angry or who has joined this kidnapping gang. As we see, this guy now, there are pictures of him going to church, and there are also news that members of the church they are missing.
Yes, definitely.
Who would have thought this person,
some of that caliber, can actually do such a thing?
Kidnapper. And people, they have this picture in their mind of a thief being someone who looks dirty, someone who carries a knife, someone who carries a gun. A thief can be putting on a suit and a tie.
Definitely.
That is the society we find ourselves.
Yeah.
So keeping a low profile is very important
Very
because
important.
if you see a friend that you've not seen for a while, you don't know what he's into. Only trust people that you know their day-to-day activities.
I really agree.
Even a point of 80%. Not maybe someone that you are not seeing close to 12 hours in a day.
12 hours in a day. Because if a friend that you guys were together for a very long time before, and after a year you guys are not together again, you can't actually vouch for that person. You know why?
Definitely.
Change is constant. Someone changes. You understand? So you need to be very, very careful of the kind of people you actually move with, because when you move with dangerous people, definitely you can actually get kidnapped. You understand? Your peer group is very, very important.
There,
Check
there's
out
this
your
story. Was it in Kaduna where the brother kidnapped his brother and his wife
Imagine that.
because he was feeling entitled. They killed them,
Imagine.
and it was after they killed them he came to
Confess.
that he was the one that was responsible. Medicine after death.
Medicine after death.
So
that's
sometimes
good.
I think you mentioned in your point that time that people should also avoid conversation in the public.
Yeah, definitely.
I see it as some kind of habit for people. You know, they make calls in the public. Maybe you're trying to impress somebody, or maybe trying to show that you are important. You don't need it.
And it actually happens to young guys, you know.
Yes,
so,
you talk about money on the phone.
When you see some fine babes, you get carried away. You start mentioning pounds when you don't even have 5 naira in your pocket. You have to be very, very careful. No, on a more serious note, you know, sometimes you see all these young guys that don't really have money. You know, when they see fine girls, you be like they want to impress. How far are you doing? I think I have 5 million pounds. You don't have any money. Before you know it, start tracking you. Then that means you just killed yourself. Nobody killed you because you laid down information of what even you don't even have. If you even have, it should have been a even different case entirely. You don't have what you are revealing to people. Like what Mr. Gbenga said, you have to be very, very careful about information you pass across to people that are outside there. And I really think that these tips are really, help you guys on how to avoid, being kidnapped. But one other thing we're going to talk about too as well is 10 new tricks kidnappers use to lure victims. We'll be right back after this one to give you one of those things.